court will now hear the case of Victor Frankenstein and Justine Moritz. Are the prosecutors ready to present their case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prosecution can begin with their opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Olivia Tellier, and we have gathered here today to determine the fate of Victor Frankenstein. Now, Victor Frankenstein is a man who created a ruthless monster and allowed it to escape into the world of humankind. Since the case has been reopened, allow me to fill you in on the details of the other trial. Now, William Frankenstein was a young boy, and exactly that, a child, who was murdered at the hands of Victor's monster. Now, the monster is not at fault here. He did not understand the difference between right and wrong. Now, why exactly did he kill William? Because of his last name, William Frankenstein. All the monster wanted was revenge on his creator. Now, the original trial ended with the execution of Justine Moritz, who was found guilty of his murder. However, we now know that she was in fact innocent. Now, today, the prosecution will call the ghost of Justine Moritz to the stand to prove not only her innocence, but prove the negligence of Victor Frankenstein. Now, with the use of cross-examining the monster and Justine Moritz, we will prove that the charges of negligence is appropriate and should be used on Victor Frankenstein. Thank you.
The defense may proceed with their opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Victor Frankenstein is a smart man. So smart he was able to create another life form. After a while, this life form, we call the monster, went off on his own. While he was away from Victor, he committed many crimes, such as the murder of young William, whose case we are here for today. William was murdered outside of his house by the creature that was perfectly able to function on its own. Victor does not control it. He does not control its thoughts or actions. The monster does not need instruction, and that it can make its own choices. In no way did Victor command or influence the monster to commit such crimes. Victor does not have control over the monster, for it is capable of acting for itself. Therefore, the charges of negligence are not applicable. Thank you, Your Honor.
The prosecution may call up its witness.
The prosecution would like to call Justine Moritz to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God?
I do.
Please for the record.
The ghost of Justine Moritz.
Hello, Ms. Moritz.
Hello.
Now, please tell the court how you died.
I was executed after being found guilty of William Frankenstein's death.
Now, were you guilty?
No.
Truly guilty?
No.
So why did you admit to the crime?
To give the family peace.
Now, do you know the true killer of William?
Yes.
Please state the murderer for the court.
Victor's monster.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The defense may cross.
Why were you accused of William's murder?
I was sleeping in the barn and found with a photo last seen with William.
Why did you sleep in the barn?
I was locked out.
Why were you locked out?
I didn't make it home on time and they locked the doors and windows.
Why did you have a photo?
I don't know how it got there.
Is that your best alibi?
It's the truth.
So let me get this straight. On the night of William's murder, you were going home late, got locked out of your house, and slept with a picture that belonged to William in the barn.
Yes.
Was anyone around?
No.
No one was with you?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Would the prosecution like to recross?
No, Your Honor.
The witness may return to their seat.
I would like to call Frankenstein's monster to the stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God?
I do.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Yeah. Monster.
You may be seated.
So how did you come into this world?
I was created by Victor Frankenstein.
Do you know why he created it?
Yes.
Can you please share it with the court?
Well, Victor was interested in science and philosophy and wanted to see if he could create a human being.
Do you know why?
No.
So he did not create you to destroy human civilization.
No.
No further questions.
The prosecution may cross.
Hello, sir.
Oh, it's
Can you please remind the court as to how you came into this world?
I was created by Victor.
So you were created by the defendant.
Yes.
How did he treat you?
Not very well.
Can you please elaborate for the court?
Well, he was frightened at the sight of me and left. I was a poor, hopeless, miserable wretch. I knew and could distinguish nothing when he left me.
So did he teach you anything about mankind?
He taught me nothing, not different feelings, perception, anything. I remember too well the treatment I had suffered one night from the barbarous villagers.
So fast forwarding to the night of the murder. Did you strangle William Frankenstein?
Yes,
Why?
because he was related to my enemy, to whom towards when I sworn eternal revenge. He also loaded me with epithets which carried despair to my heart.
Now, why did you murder him when you could have simply walked away?
I didn't know strangling to silence was bad.
Thank you. No further questions.
Would the defense like to recross?
The defense rests, Your Honor.
You may return to your seat, monster, please. Would the defense please begin their ending statement?
The monster that Victor Frankenstein created is under no control of Victor. It is capable of thinking and acting for itself. It is also, however, capable of committing crimes, such as the murder of William. The charges of negligence do not apply to Victor Frankenstein because he himself did not murder William. It was the monster, who is fully capable of taking responsibility for its actions. Thank you, Your Honor.
The prosecution may begin with their closing statement.
You have heard today from both Justine Moritz and the creation of Victor Frankenstein. Moritz has testified that the defendant's neglectful nature, along with the description of events leading up to her false conviction and execution. Meanwhile, Frankenstein's monster has admitted that his creator has taught him next to nothing about human civilization and human life. These testimonies have also proved that Frankenstein neglected his monster to the point that it had to learn how to survive on its own. Without teaching the creation the difference between right and wrong, it did not understand the consequences of its actions. Therefore, Frankenstein allowed a dangerous creature to do as it pleased in our world, and Frankenstein saw no reason to warn authorities to its dangerousness. Now, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should this man be allowed a slap on the wrist for allowing and not taking responsibility for his monster? No. Based on his actions, nothing is stopping him from creating a second monster, perhaps even more dangerous. Therefore, if you charge him with negligence, he will understand that people's lives are not playthings. Thank you, Your Honor.
The court will now go into recess for 5 minutes. All rise. The court is now in session. Has the jury come to a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please bring it forth. Thank you. The jury's verdict proves that Victor Frankenstein is guilty of the murder of William Frankenstein, and he will be executed as soon as possible. Thank you. All right. Case dismissed.
Thank God.